Peace, peace. Peace to the chat. Finally here. I don't know what type of time they on in Australia, but Jesus. 10:18 and you just starting. This ain't even the co-main. This is obviously Charlo had to drop out through due to passport issues. Cool Boy Steph was 10 pounds overweight. So honestly, the card was short, and for us to still be at 10:18 is it's kind of wild, but whatever, man. Wipe your feet at the door. Make sure you hit that like button, baby. You heard? Skyrie. You're Skyrie, is anything you want to say, man? Anything you want to say, brother? Or you just enjoying the vibes? Just enjoying the vibes. I know that's right. I ain't mad at you. All right, enjoy the vibes, Skyrie. I ain't mad at you, baby. Skyrie, I'm gonna keep you here, baby. But let me let me let me remove the stream yard. I just realized what was going on. Skyrie, you good? Let me remove this joint. Skyrie, just make sure you just make sure you hit that subscribe button. So you good, partner. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button, dog.
Fleming's trying to take the approach and trying to get to the body. I've seen him go for the body a few times, maybe to try to slow down the intensity by going to the body. It is one of the approaches he could use. Again, I'd like to see him also counter punch sharply. Punches hit through for Redder at the end of that round, and he's pretty happy with how things are progressing in this fight. Is Ahmed Redder. Look at this, it's like school. It is. I'm telling you, what he wants to see out there is the legendary Jeff Bennett. Tszyu seated. And all this union comes together here on the big stage. And that step over, I think, is important. You see, what Bennett was showing there was maybe a 1-2 uppercut, and then step over to the side. Regardless of what he was going to do, I think that side step over to the left is going to be key with this. Spence doesn't really back up, so you've got to sidestep him on his front side. And the greatness in Jeff Bennett, right? If you watch, he showed him what not to do, and then he showed him what to do. You know, and so when you want to avoid it, when you want to make sure you do consistently. You can tell they've been working on it. That's a good sign for me, for you two. I'm sure probably ahead of a fight, seeing that Tszyu is actually prepared to do more than just punch and come straight forward. Yeah, exactly. Listen, final little reminders. I'm going to turn the dressing room now. Yep. There we are, drifting into the middle stages of the co-main event now. Redder, Paul Fleming. Redder comes forward to the body, reaches out with the right hand. Fleming covers up, he's just using the ropes. He's in a corner here, and they have a little conversation, these two, and Redder, he's enjoying it. The only thing that's going to happen here, I'm going to get sweat on it, and I don't want that. Go over there. The activity of Redder, again, you see Fleming playing around.
So it's like the ducktail in Australia, that's like a thing? Like the Viking tail in Australia, like that's a thing? Because both of these brothers got like the Viking tail with the braid in the back. And I didn't know that was a thing in Australia. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't know that was a thing in Australia. I ain't gonna hold you.
Stepping forward now a bit more. It's Fleming, but for a moment he was trying to hold the ground there. And again, Redder, there's no problem matching the numbers. Again, Fleming holding his ground. Again, he's got to be careful. His hands out of position like this at such close range.
I will give Flemings this though. His shorts is cold. I give him that. I will give him that. His shorts is cold. I will give him that. But my son just trying to collect the check. That's all. Did anybody watch the Anthony Joshua fight earlier? Put your comments in the chat if you watched the Anthony Joshua fight earlier, man. You gotta drink tonight, man. Put the drink emoji in the app, baby. Today I got the yard clean. I got the yard clean. Wifey got the crib clean. It's all right today. This fight is not it though. What is it? 10:30? Like, come on, son.
To warm it up here. Errol Spence, who is next against Tszyu. Such a significant break. So many queries.
What we doing?
Prove to himself what remains as the former unified welterweight champ. Round 5 of the co-main. More strong words from Johnny Lewis in the corner of Ahmed Reda. Said that's his only chance to get down to that level. And Fleming holds his ground here in the early stages of round 5. More activity from Fleming as well, working off the jab. That's how you can sort of
Man, welcome to Reach Over Culture, Uncredible Sources, man. Please wipe your feet at the door, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Do not invite your friends in here, man. Do not blow up the spot. That's all I ask, man. Reach Over Culture. Probably looking at the Reach Over Culture page. Also go subscribe to Uncredible Sources, man. Tszyu and Errol Spence is up next. The old man is trying to get the young man to fight. The young man is continuously whooping the old man's ass. So we ain't y'all can hit a joint, but we ain't might turn this down, man, because we ain't even at the main joint yet. Do not blow this up to your partners in them, man. Keep it P. Don't blow this up to your partners. Just make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, wipe your feet at the door.
plenty, but there's some getting through here from Reda as he works hard with Fleming again against these ropes. Yeah, even as blocking plenty, the response is few and far between. Let's take a right hand from Fleming. Reda misses with a right hand. Body shot, another bit from Reda. Over the top goes Fleming. There's a little scratch on the side left of Reda. It might be from some of those grazing hooks, those check hooks that Fleming is inside.
Yo, who in here, man? Who in here? I know people looking for the illegal bootlegs, man, but I will not be televising this fight. Point blank, period. A YouTube strike is not worth televising an $80 pay-per-view. I ain't gonna hold you. So, shout out to everybody watching on Reach Over Culture channel. Shout out to everybody watching on Uncredible Sources channel. But I will not and I cannot indulge in showing the fight. But we almost at the main event. The main event's not here yet, so stick around. You'll hear some audio. If you ain't had that bread for the 80, that's cool. He ain't got you. Just stick around for the audio, baby. We'll make, you know what I mean? $80 in America, it's a lot right now. You heard me? Just make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, man, if you're on the Reach Over Culture channel. If you're on the Uncredible Sources channel, Wipe your feet at the door. Know what I mean? Black Panther 3, December 15, 2028. Hopefully we live to see the tale. Jesus. Errol's looking focused, man. Yeah, I mean Errol. I don't think Errol could have did this fight at anything. He could have did this fight at 154. Obviously, he doesn't look like he was prepared to make 154. But he looks focused. He looks comfortable at 160. Shout out to Tim Tszyu for taking the fight at 160. Because he could have definitely been like, hell no, I'm not fighting no Errol Spence at 160. But he fighting him at 160. So any punishment he do take, he can't complain about it. It's a fact. Hey, if you beat this game already, let me know something. If you beat this game already, let me know something, man. Shout out to EJ though, man. I'm excited that EJ is back, man. For real. Shout out to EJ. I'm excited that he's back. No cap. Hopefully the TV loud enough. I don't know how much gain I could put on this mug.
That's what they want to see. Leading with the right hand on the way. He goes to the body with it there. Just go back in. That's what being. It's a shot from Fleming. A left hand. He's looked for that all afternoon. Again, the corner of Red pushing the pace, saying again things like that. They want to get Fleming used to just having to respond and not to initiate. body shot there from Redder. The nose of Fleming now bleeding out profusely. The nose damage, the eyes closing. There is wear and tear. This is where you don't want him to come by a rope snatcher. Before the sweat, and then this plenty of blood now for Fleming. And yet the left eye of Fleming showing some wear and tear as well. He's got some swelling. Nice right hand there from the Redder. It's good work from Redder. And the C Fleming, you know, again, his delivery, but his punches, they're open-handed. You know, they're not punches that are landing solid. And when you got a young kid in front of you, I said this before, you gotta punch him, hurt him, make him feel it. You know, the open hand create doubt. Yep, the open hand is just gonna allow that kid to wear it and keep going. And for the young guy, and you know, the only way you break their confidence in something is the consequences. You know, they gotta put their hand on the stove and get burned in order to not do that. You know, right now Redder's not been burned for any of the activity. He's not had to pay heavy price with any important enough counters from Fleming. Yeah, right now it's Paul Fleming who's paying the price as Redder continues to fire shots at him. To end the round, and he dances back to his corner. Does the young Sydney sider. Doctor had a wonderful Fleming, so nothing of concern. Let's get across the ring and stop it. There. Running off. Yeah, it might not be a long time left in the life of the mullet of Fleming if things keep going this way. We need evidence that that thing got cut off too. And he continues to work hard this Uncredible. Oh, you bet. Fighters that you fought before, little bets, no little side bets, no. Yeah, I've never done that either. I just want to do that. Change. I've heard it. Fleming is not thinking about his money. You know what? I appreciate the fact that they both had mullets, but how they styled them differently for the braid fight. You see, like Fleming went with a double braid with his mullet, but it's a choice. Redder went with a single braid, but he's got some of that sort of corner in the back too, right? So a little bit of a, you know, earlier in the weekend they looked the same with the same mullet, but who's tonight? Tonight is, you know, you get a little separation. The way they style. I like the corner of Redder. Telling him go across the ring and stop. You know, I like that. I think they probably noticed the doctor and the ref checking on Fleming a little bit more than maybe they would normally be, right? Yeah, just trying to show those seeds of doubt in Paul Fleming and his team and the officials as well. He sits down a while, left-handed misses, and he is looking pretty damaged there. He's Fleming. I'm sure you know, as you probably experienced as well, they come to a point in a fight where you're not necessarily stopping the guy, but you take the winning mentality. I thought the winning mentality out of him. That's Fleming had the winning mentality taken out of him. Yeah, it's just about getting to the finish line now, not so much trying to win the fight. I think he hopes to have a moment, but I don't think he believes that he's going to have a moment. I think he's hoping that at some point he throws a punch and it lands and does some damage. But I don't think he actually believes that it's going to happen. Yeah, it's almost funny to get.
Yeah, if you're tuning in, man, hit that like button.
You don't necessarily get to stop it. You can kind of tell as the attacking fighter that he's in survival mode. he's more into just trying to get to the distance and he's taking the winning mentality out of his head.
You pay attention to the complexion of
The body language.
the body language at this point of Fleming. He's basically corner the post. Parking on the road, saying, let's see what this kid got. Little return,
The occasional counter shot from on the ropes with that left hand for Paul Fleming, but that won't be enough to stem this tide that is flowing very clearly against him. Paul Fleming, well, he's up and about and he is talking to this crowd, but they are not the steps of a man who believes he can win this fight.
And I sometimes forget in Australia, the Hail Mary in the NFL is when you throw a long pass looking for a touchdown in desperation, throw up in the air. The comparison here will be the same thing. Australians would be
they're listening to us over there too, Paul. They're like home too. What would it be for the rugby?
No, you can get Hail Mary. We get that. Thanks, man.
Some of the terms. It's fantastic.
So those punch stats, they are grim reading for Paul Fleming. And frankly, shows his face at this point.
I'll tell you what, this fight may not be big for the world, but it's big for Reda. If he gets a stoppage on Fleming,
8-0 against a former Olympian.
yeah.
It's still a good record. Fleming's record still. It's a good scout down on your resume.
And you just mentioned that this is a broadcast going around the world. He's the co-main event now. So
I think he could co-main event, but Reda is a guy who brings a pace. Let me tell you something. I'm going to bring this up because the Rose brothers at No Limit were almost deciding when Fulton didn't make weight that Reda was going to step in against Fulton. And I tell you, out of shape Fulton against this kind of pace. Yeah, I wonder if Reda would have beat him, man. You know what I mean? Even though it's an experienced guy who's at a world class level, it's a Fulton who missed weight for the second time in 2 fights. Maybe not in such a good shape. Last time he missed weight, he looked terrible against the
We're gonna feed the streets.
would have been able to overcome the experience at championship level of an out of shape Fulton. But actually, the Rose brothers said, we're not rewarding this guy. He showed up last week.
Reda was very keen. He was very interested in that fight, but they didn't make that
They want to end up giving Fulton a payday for costing Liam Wilson the fight, because in the end, it was supposed to be Liam Wilson's fight against Fulton for the Australian fans anyway.
Paulie, this is not the co-man we expected. What do you think is going to be the end result for Stephen Fulton moving forward?
I don't know. A lot of times you get put on the bench, so to speak, by your promoter and things like this. So I'm not sure. It's a matter of what the hierarchy of PBC will decide on that. He didn't look great against Oshaki and also missed weight in that fight. So sometimes you wear out your welcome and sometimes you get other chances. It'll probably it's a lot my pay grade, champ.
Yeah. But again, just keeping it to the fighting
Experience we said.
The question you asked the very last round is, has Reda beaten the winning nature out of Fleming? I think we're seeing more and more of this round than we did at the end of that round when he actually paced the round.
Yeah. He's looking around now too. He doesn't look to be focused on winning this fight.
And he's almost trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel, like one more round. And this time you think the ball victory if you're Fleming.
And he's trying to see out of his right eye as well, because the left one is just about closed. So
you start to decide if you're going to cut off the mullet inside the ring in a post-fight interview, or if you're going to cut it off in the dressing room. Things like this will probably go through your mind.
I don't know who this is. He's going to toss him, mate. The corners will.
Fight's over. I need that mullet.
But sometimes those bets don't get honored. Remember on in '97, I remember the bet was that Camacho had a cut off of his forehead. But then Camacho at the fight said,
Oh, there's a good fight here to finish the round for Ahmed Reda. And Reda just calling out to Sean Porter there.
Smile.
He's pretty chilled now. Things seem to have really gone in his favour through this fight. As we head into the final round, we saw an interesting fight earlier on. Paulo Tszyu against Luis Tejada. And, Tszyu came out and punctuated that fight with an exquisite left-hand knockout punch. What do you two forecast for this, the final round, as we see Tszyu Tszyu getting ready to come out for the main event.
You know, you're looking over here at the corner, and they're pushing them forward. You know, and I like that. You know, this is more than just a win. It's also a statement for Reda and his team. You know, they go out, even if they don't get the stoppage, but just to go out and continue pushing forward and beat down an opponent that you've already beat down to this point. Good sign for the kid moving forward.
Man, old head then got beat the hell up. It must not hurt that bad for old head to be getting beat up that bad for him to keep fighting. But whatever. I'm not Australian.
Yeah, he's trying to come forward to throw punches. He's Fleming, and that puts him right in the sights of Reda, who is in there looking to finish it if he can in the last round. Like that man, Akusa, who you mentioned from earlier. The eye just about closed for Fleming. And Reda, he will love something big to punctuate this on the big stage.
Both these guys giving people everything that, or giving the people everything that you want. You know, both these guys still fighting until this final bell. Specifically, to see Fleming continue to throw the way that he's throwing.
And this is why it's such a good learning experience for Reda too. You know, it's you see Fleming, you know, he goes away in spots, and then he's going to say, you know what, I've been surviving the last few rounds. I'm going to give it a go in the last round. I'm going to see if I can try to pull the victory out of the jaws of defeat. Good shot there from Reda.
It's good left hand Fleming, and Reda came straight back with something good as well. And Reda, with his corner calling him forward, he's trying to find that right hand against the southpaw who's swinging wildly. This entire round. Punches Reda, the crowd gets behind this. They surge into this contest in the final round. Fleming bravely and dramatically.
Fleming, we're going to do what we call America one-hitter quitters. He's looking for the one-hitter quitter. Everything is a looping wide shot. We're trying to keep the little combinations going. Reda's got to be careful with those little combinations, though. Maybe use a feint in between. Then just to get Fleming to throw those wide shots. So Fleming literally just closing his eyes and trying to throw with Reda. So Reda can offset that by using a feint between combinations.
In the final minute of this fight now, and then Reda, he's well and truly ahead. He'll have a stoppage, but it is Paul Fleming who is desperately trying to find something as Sean Porter puts up the screens over us here to prevent the blood from splattering over the commentary position. There's plenty of it. So just hang on here for a moment. A big smile for Ahmed Reda with 30 seconds left. Not much of a smile for Paul Fleming. He tries.
I was going to say he wants to smile.
He wants to. I don't know if he has the capacity. Oh, there's a punch that gets to and opens him up. So it is a left hand for Fleming, who opens up the cheek of Reda in this final round. It wasn't the punch that he wanted, but it did some damage. And at least they'll both finish this one bloodied and damaged, and they will travel the entire distance. See our main event. Ahmed Reda defeats Paul Fleming, and they embrace. And a mullet will meet its demise. They both celebrate. A shrug, though, as he climbs up the ring ropes from Paul Fleming, delighted to have made it the distance. And Ahmed Reda, he'll get this one. What do you make of what you've seen from him?
I was impressed. A guy with only 8 fights to take on a guy with this crafty, this much experience, and essentially dominate the fight. There are some things to take out of it that he's going to have to learn and improve on. But at the same time, he's also a guy who, you know, only has 8 fights, and to get this in his 9th fight, it is an impressive thing. And from Fleming's standpoint, he played his role. This is why you get these kind of fighters for your prospect. You don't want them to just go away. You want them to take your prospect the rounds and your prospect to win the fight to learn in the process. And I think that's been done tonight.
Rather stay pretty sharp throughout the night, punches and bunches. I'd like to see him be a little bit more responsible defensively, but overall, he had a very strong performance by Reda. My only problem, and this is the problem that we have in boxing, at the end of a fight, when you swept every single round, what do you do at the end? Do you try to close the show? The kid tries to close the show, or if anything, just remains in what he's been and suffers a cut. You know, so Those are it's funny, man. This thing becomes way more tactical than people even realize.
Decision making comes into play, but it's damn if you do, damn if you don't. A lot of times. If you don't go for the finish, people criticize you. If you go for the finish, you get cut. You know what? You should have played. You should be more responsible. Ultimately, he gets the win, and he can take what he needs to learn from this fight.
Yeah, he went down swinging to Paul Fleming in that final round. He didn't cause that cut, and Ahmed Reda knew all about it. That was the final round of this one.
Check your socials because there's big news in the sports world. No, it's not a blockbuster trade or a big-name free agent signing. The DraftKings Sports app is now available nationwide. So if you're anywhere from Florida to Texas to California, you can get in the game at the speed of sports and feel the sweat in all 50 states. The DraftKings experience you know and love, all in one easy-to-use app. Available now nationwide. New DraftKings customers spend $5 and get $150 in total bonuses. The crown is yours.
Right. And that man is next. Australia's former world champion in Tszyu, ready to head into battle against Errol Spence Jr. Your main event coming up shortly, and it is the great Jeff Ennick who helps him apply the robe as Errol Spence just chills, prepares, and now stands and smiles. That is next as we make your co-main official with Stephen Pace.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in Sydney, let's have our boxers centering. And before we make this one official, can we have a big round of applause for both of our lightweights here, putting on 10 magnificent rounds of action. Ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans around the world, time to make this one official here in Sydney. After 10 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Judge Leanne Reid scores the bout 99 to 91. Judge Chris Condon scores the bout 97 to 93. Judge Patrick O'Connor scores the bout 96 to 94. All three judges have this as a unanimous points decision victory, and it goes in favour of Ahmad Bloodshot Reda.
Congratulations to Ahmed Reda. What was just said there with Paul Fleming?
He said, we stole the show, and yes, indeed, we did. We stole that show, and big shout out to Paul Fleming. He gave me 10 hard rounds.
I don't understand nothing boy saying. I ain't gonna lie. I don't understand nothing boy saying. But Errol Spence, Tszyu on the way. Thank you, Lord. My brother got to be at the church house tomorrow. Thank you, Lord.
But hey, rock on. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Peace, queen. Peace. Salute to you. I gotta thank my queen for letting me know the microphone wasn't on. Peace to my queen Mel. Peace. Convos with Cam. Peace, queen. I got peace my own queen. She let me know the mic wasn't on. But yeah, we almost there, people. We almost there. They should be making the ring walks here in a second. We almost there. I will turn the volume up. Matter of fact, nah, just stick around, man. If you here, just stick around. Shout out to my people on Kick. Shout out to those watching on YouTube. If you know, you know. Might give you a glimpse of something, no diddy. But we will be definitely turning the volume up. You heard me? Shout out to my queen. She let me know y'all couldn't hear me. But yeah, we almost there, y'all. Australia works on a different type time. We almost there. I've never really wanted to visit Australia. But being this time difference, I don't think I want to. I don't know if I'm 33 and old, but just unwilling to deal with unnecessary inconvenience. But the time zone that Australia is on and the time zone that we are on, it's two different time zones, baby. I ain't got time for it. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that these brothers have not even walked to the ring yet. AD, what's happening, baby? What's up, dog? I know I gotta call you back, baby. It's been a long week. But I got you though, man. You've been on my mind the last couple of days, no diddy. So, AD, I'll definitely be calling you back, baby. Australia, man. It looks like Tszyu's ready to walk down. Hopefully get his behind whoop. You heard? One of these brothers a near retirement after this fight. Either Errol Spence or Tszyu a near retirement after this fight. So that's what makes this fight. Outside of Errol Spence, obviously being the big fish, obviously being the biggest draw these days, what makes this fight exciting is that both of these guys have suffered some terrible losses. Obviously, Errol Spence has only suffered one terrible loss to arguably the best in our generation, but Crawford, Tszyu has suffered a few terrible losses. So this is a do or die fight for either guy. I think if Tszyu loses, he continues to fight because he's not a big American star. What do we expect of him? If Errol loses this fight, it's the last time we're going to see Errol. So peace to everybody in the chat, man. Make sure y'all wipe your feet at the door, man. Hit that like button. Don't tell all your friends about the stream, though, man. The audio is about to go up here in a second. Shout out to the people on Kick. Shout out to the people on YouTube. You heard, following Reach Over Culture and Uncredible Sources, man. And yeah, man. We about to get to it. Thank God, boy. They make it hard to praise God in the morning. I swear. It's 11:08 our time. AD is a little early in AD time. So AD in that California weather, so it's a little earlier. I know people about to be flooding in, man. If y'all want me to put the stream y'all in the link, man, y'all just gotta let me know. Y'all know people about to be flooding in. And I don't know how YouTube gonna handle this audio. We a small platform, so YouTube should let us live, man. But in the case that they don't let us live, stream y'all still will be live. And those who are in the StreamYard are in the StreamYard. I took the StreamYard links away, man. Y'all not come on, man. Y'all not about to rape me. I'm sorry. Grape me. You can't say that on YouTube. But peace. Peace. I know y'all don't want to hear all this, man. Looks like a pretty full building in there for Australia. Looks like a pretty full building. Tszyu usually does draw a crowd in Australia, so I got to give him that. They're in Sydney, I believe. I heard the bugs in Australia is crazy. Like in Oklahoma, you probably get like a mosquito. In Australia, I heard you might wake up and a tarantula be in your room or a scorpion be in your room. That's nasty. Tszyu, I actually like Tszyu, man. He's a warrior. He doesn't really duck smoke. He's took a few bad losses, two of them to arguably the best guy in the division at 154, Sebastian Fendora. Of course, if you watch that first fight, he had a big gash across his face that altered the fight. And then that second fight, Fendora showed that there was just levels. Fendora's also 6'4", 6'5", which pisses me off. To be 6'4", 6'5", and to be fighting at 154, it pisses me off because I'm 6'4". And honestly, I don't think I can whoop Sebastian Fendora, but it makes me want to put on some gloves and tell Sebastian Fendora to like get in a ring and just let me see what you can do against me. I'm 6'4", like 220 on a good day. So the fact that he's 6'4", fighting guys on average at 154 is 5'8", 5'9", it pisses me off a little bit. It's a cheat code, bro. Like, I don't know who your nutritionist is. I don't know what you do for a living. Maybe you don't eat pork. Maybe you Muslim. I don't know, bro. But it pisses me off a little bit. It makes me want to put gloves on it and challenge Fendora to a fight myself. But I mean, I know I probably get whooped, but it is what it is. Tszyu suffered a few bad losses, two of them to arguably one of the best boxers in boxing at his division. Not arguably. Fendora is the best boxer at 154, in my opinion, outside of Boots. So, no knock on Tszyu for losing to the best guy in the division twice. He lost the third time. I can't remember the brother's name. And now he's going against Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence spanks him for 8-4. Errol Spence does not duck smoke. Let's not mistake Errol Spence for somebody that you just used to. Errol Spence does not duck smoke. Errol Spence took a 1.5 year layoff and came back and fought the guy that beat Pacquiao, Ugas. He fought and broke Ugas's eye socket that the people was concerned about his eye socket. So let's not confuse Errol Spence with somebody that you're used to. This is Errol Spence, the biggest fish. Yes, he lost the bud, but that's the only loss in his career. So let's not confuse Errol Spence with what you're used to. You hear me? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. It's the biggest fish, and he's back. And I don't think I've seen more in anticipation for a layoff since Floyd. When's the last time we seen this much anticipation for a layoff? You got people in the States staying up to 11:13 if you Central Time, 12:13 if you Eastern Time. When's the last time you seen? I mean, come on. The brother looks good. He got the fight at 160. Whether we think that's a concern or not, because the fight was supposed to be originally at 154, and they got moved to 158, and now they moving it to 160. The brother's back, the biggest fish, man down. I'm gonna let y'all hear, man. I'm gonna let y'all hear, because it's time.
best welterweights in modern boxing. Returning today at middleweight and on the other side of the world. A former three-weight unified champion of the world, who at 36 is now just 3 days shy of 3 full years away from the ring. Last time we saw him was that mega fight defeat to Terrence Crawford, who is in the building. Before that, wins over Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, Kell Brook, and our own Sean Porter. 28 wins, just 1 defeat. He's a mean pressure fighter, a scintillating southpaw. He is the big fish, swimming in a stream a long way from home, but determined to remind us of the fact that he is the truth. This is the returning Texan superstar, Errol Spence.
DraftKings tell us the tape for our main event of the evening, Errol Spence versus Tszyu. The truth returns to the ring after a 3-year layoff, now at 36 years old, to challenge Australian hero Tszyu, who is 5 years younger. Spence has a slight height advantage in this fight. Tonight's question will be, can Errol Spence Jr. return to the form that made him a champion at 147 pounds against the pride of Australia, Tszyu, who is undefeated in his home country, looking to defend his home turf. DraftKings is now live in all 50 states. New DraftKings customers can spend $5 to get $150 in total bonuses. Just download the DraftKings Sports app and use the promo code PBC when you sign up. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to the Afterplay Arena here in Sydney, Australia, for the featured bout of the afternoon, brought to you by Australia's #1 boxing promotion, bringing Australia to the world and the world to Australia. No Limit Boxing and the Rose Brothers, and presented in association with Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions. This bout is presented, also sponsored by proudly the New South Wales Government's Tourism and Major Events Agency, Destination New South Wales. Discover everything Sydney has to offer at sydney.com. And now presenting this bout is sanctioned by the Combat Sports Authority of New York, Supervisor Angus Henderson. Our judges at ringside, we have from Panama, Carlos Costa. From Australia, Adam Height. And from New Zealand, Johanna Schwalger. Introducing our third man to the ring, the referee in charge. He'll be giving instructions after the introductions. From Australia, Will Sulas. All right, fans, here we go with a showdown in the middleweight division. Highly anticipated special attraction, scheduled 12 rounds of boxing, and the main event of the afternoon.
Bill, what up, baby?
Ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing joining us in Australia on Foxtel's main event pay-per-view, across the United States on PBC pay-per-view on Crime, and around the world on DAZN. Live from beautiful Harbour City in Sydney, Australia, it's showtime! Introducing you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, one of Australia's premier boxing talents, entering the ring wearing white trunks with gold trim, proudly representing his fighting family tradition from Sydney, Australia. He weighed in at 159 pounds or 72.1 kilograms. He is undefeated on Australian soil with a record of 27 wins, 3 losses, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the battle-ready Australian warrior, the popular star of boxing, #1 world-ranked junior middleweight contender, and the former WBO junior middleweight champion of the world, introducing the Phoenix, Tszyu. opponent across the ring, ready to go, fighting out of the blue corner. Considered one of the finest welterweights of his generation. Entering the ring wearing black and white trunks, trimmed in multicolors, red and yellow. Hailing from Dallas, Texas, in the United States, he weighed in the same as his opponent, 159 pounds or 72.1 kilograms. With an outstanding record of 28 wins, only 1 defeat, he has 22 wins coming by way of knockout. And tonight he is making his Australian debut and his highly anticipated return to the spotlight. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the esteemed and world-renowned star of boxing, the former unified welterweight champion of the world, introducing the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. Once again, our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Will Sulos.
Gentlemen, I've spoken both in the dressing rooms. Obey my instructions at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up, boys.
Spence returns.
I'm nervous too, Dale.
Tszyu stole rat's tail, while the Australian knows his own legacy is.
I'm gonna do the people a favor.
Errol Spence and Tszyu, it is all or nothing in Sydney. And Damon alongside Sean Porter and Paulie Malignaggi, and Errol Spence looking around this crowd, and was almost like he was feeding off those boobs.
Yeah, he's supposed to feed off the boost, you know, and I appreciate the boost being here. It didn't feel like this was a hostile crowd, but now that the time has come, everybody knows what side they should be on.
Errol's legs is great early on. Even early on, you said this is a fight. He tried to go left hand to the body, he missed it, and his back leg just came off the ground. I want to see, as the fight progresses, if he gets his legs under, and that's always going to be the question here with Errol being out of the ring for a while. And he wasn't getting a great shot a few years ago, trying to get that big hand stop, which will him patiently so.
All right. All right, Errol looks good. Keeping his distance. All right. Throwing the 1-2. Errol looks sharp. He looks sharp. Tszyu looks a little heavy. Tim looks more hesitant to engage than Errol does. Okay. Errol still leaving his face open. Ooh. Big left hand from Spence. Keeping his distance. Still engaging though. Waiting for Spence to go to the body. Spence ain't really went to the body yet. Yeah. Okay. Errol, you can tell he's just he's rusty. He's 3 years off. So he's getting his footing together. Honestly, that's an Errol round for me. But I could be biased. That's an Errol round for me. Yeah, that's an Errol round for me. But I could be biased. That's an Errol round for me. I could be biased though. Yeah, that's an error round for me, but I could be biased. So. All right, second round. Yeah, Errol's still looking like he working that rust off. So and that's all right. Like work that rust off, man. Don't rush it. Get in the rhythm. It's 3 years off. 3 years off. Let me let y'all get some.
You don't have to look at that foot. You just have to have that wherewithal to know that I need to be on the outside. Sometimes you might touch it a little bit, and then you just start
on the outside of it.
Yep.
And again, Spence tries to find the body. Then looks for an uppercut with his left hand. Tszyu chopping in and coming towards Errol Spence, who again reaches out to the body.
Interesting how the pressure Tim is applying is more mental. It's not very active fight from Tszyu so far, but he's positioning himself as a body in front of Errol, trying to stress him mentally, trying to get Errol to throw panic punches as opposed to smart punches.
And I'm not mad at that. Errol's punching back and not getting that. Tim's not giving anything up. How are you right in front of Errol Spence Jr. and you're not giving up anything? Yeah.
Well, Errol, I'll tell you, he's trying to get to the body. He's trying to be smart and get to the body. But my question is, are they panic punches? Is he rushing his work a little bit because Tim is in front of him? He's shot there again.
Lead right hand from Tszyu again. That looks like the punch he knows could get him on the inside of Errol Spence.
It's more
Spence looking to the body.
It's more of a sweeping right hand. I like to see him come back to that a little bit more too. Again, punches that you aren't used to seeing. Those sometimes are the punches that end up becoming the money shot.
Errol fell in there, and threw a couple punches and fell in against the legs of Errol that concern me.
Before this fight started, I said Errol looks tight to me. He's pushing with everything. He's trying to punch with a lot of power. He's got to loosen up and use some speed.
And before the fight, everybody was talking about Errol. Errol was a big welterweight. Errol's a big guy, but you can see in the ring, Tim is bigger. He's physically stronger. He's pushing Errol back, but Errol's smartly going to the body, and this investment to the body, it could still pay off.
Oh, there's a shot. There's a shot from Spence. Spence with the left hand again, like in the opening rounds. Tszyu, he wears it well, though. He continues to stand in front of Spence.
And again, I just talked about the rules, you know. He's a slight step to his right and then creates that angle for that straight left hand.
I will say, though, Errol's body tactics can be more consistent this round. If Tim is holding his position and landing some good shots himself, but if Tim doesn't start making Errol pay for those body shots, it could get a little awry later.
Short right hand from Tszyu. Light ends the second round.
Hey man, you gotta love this, man. You gotta love this from Errol, man. A straight up boxer, bro. A straight up boxer, bro. Dale, you're right. He gotta get his head off the line, man. It's like riding a bike, man. Errol's reminding us why he was pound for pound one of the best at one point, man. It's just natural, bro. Tszyu looks more uncomfortable than Errol Spence does in the ring right now, man. Errol's just getting his footing. Tszyu has been active. But Errol's looking like the ring general right now, man. Yeah. Wipe your feet at the door, man. If you liking what you're hearing, wipe your feet at the door, baby. Let's go round 3. I got Errol 2-0.
Tszyu and Spence recommence here in round number 3.
I like Ronnie's instructions. Get your head offline for Errol Spence. It's going to test just where Errol's legs are at, because to throw a punch and get your head offline, you've got to have your legs strong under you, because it's double the work for your legs. But at the same time, it does protect you. But a guy that doesn't have great legs, to throw the punch and get his head offline, sometimes discombobulates his balance. Let's see if Errol's able to do it.
The straight right landed right there for Tim.
Tszyu got through, and then they tangled with their feet. And Tszyu went awkwardly. Now they stand here in punching range and they try and find it. The pair of them willing to let attack take the place of their defense. And there's a shot over the top from Spence. Tszyu covers up as he comes towards Spence now. And chopping is Spence. Body shot.
That's a lot of power, though. Errol's punching with a lot of power with both hands.
But is it effective then? Tim's trying a good poker face here, pushing back. Again, this is where the physical strength comes in. This is where you wonder which one is going to wear down first. Because Errol's doing some terrific body shots now. Even if you say, okay, they're not as sharp as they used to be, not as much snap, he's still consistent with them. He's still money in the bank there. Tim keeps pushing back, though.
He's consistently looking to the body, is Spence. Tszyu consistently walking forward and looking for those right hands.
I look back at my fight with Errol, that was the biggest difference in our fight, is he got to my body and I didn't get to his. Coming to the ring tonight, Tim should have been ready for a great jab, that straight left, and body work.
There's a body shot again from Spence.
Tim's focus on pressure, taking away his own ability to attack, though. So Spence is starting to create a little more space for his attack. Seems like Tszyu is smothering himself.
Yep, that's how I say the offense becomes the defense. Why? You're forcing your opponent to keep his hands at home.
Step back. Get some space here to Tszyu, but he's right in there with a chopping Errol Spence, who turns a left hand around as well.
Nice little vintage combination right there from Errol before he reached with that left right there.
Okay, that back leg still not steady for Errol. He's reached over again, but he's getting the numbers up. And Tszyu is not transitioning the mental pressure to the physical pressure. He still continues to walk Errol down, but he's not putting the numbers behind him now.
There's a left hook and a right hand from Tszyu. The crowd surged behind every one of his punches. And he shoves away, does Errol Spence, to give himself some room to try and work from this jab. It's a lead right hand, though, from Tszyu. Now they just watch for a moment.
Tszyu going to the body with a couple right hands. That mid-range should be straight right hands.
Absolutely.
You see the opportunity there. Tszyu not going to the body.
All right. That's probably Tim Tszyu's best round, honestly. I'll probably give Tim Tszyu that round. Right now I got it Errol Spence 2-1. I would give Tim Tszyu that round. I think he counted pretty good. Errol looks like he's still trying to figure it out, but ain't nothing to figure out, baby. Just let's get in and let's cause some damage at this point. And if you follow Ronnie Shields' teachings, Ronnie Shields at this point is going to tell him, bro, he's got nothing for you right now. So I expect Errol to come out and start attacking. As long as he keeps his face guarded, man, he's still keeping that guard down. Keep your face guarded, man. But I got Errol 2-1 right now, going into the fourth.
He's not as active with his shots as he fires a short right hand.
That right there, it has to be a make him miss, make him pay kind of situation. Tim, I think he needs a short step back, make Errol reach, and then capitalize off of the missing punch.
Also, no jabs from Tszyu. Walks down Spence. There's some body shots that we were asking for last round.
Well, that's better from Tszyu. More activity, more right hands.
And that's the thing. We talked about whoever backs up in this fight is going to have a lot of trouble. But Spence has been able to back up and have success because Tszyu has not been using the jab. And he's not using punches.
And that one may have crept low. Tszyu off the referee with a warning for Errol Spence. His feet continue to tangle between this orthodox and southpaw fighter.
I got to tell you, I'm impressed though from Tim. He's feeling that lead foot, and he's able to reposition it. So it's very important.
There's a right hand from Tszyu.
It seems like Tszyu lands the stronger shots when they land. But again, it's Spence's activity.
Tszyu is landing cleaner.
Yeah.
But Errol is consistently working.
You can see as much as everybody wants to talk about big walk the way Spence was, this is still Tszyu's more natural weight.
Right hand from Tszyu as well. Just as they part ways, he continues to score with that shot. And he comes back again with the right hand to Tszyu.
He made a miss. He didn't catch it.
Into the body is Spence.
He's being consistent with that counter. He's not putting a lot of weight on it, but it is if he keeps countering that left hand with sharp right hand, it's going to create some doubt in Spence's mind.
Nice straight right coming out from Tszyu.
There's a right hand again. This one got through from Tszyu. Body shot too. Oh, here goes Tszyu.
Spence has to get back on the jab, guys.
Spence on his toes as Tszyu comes towards him.
Gotta get back on the jab. That becomes your defense now.
Yep.
That jab becomes his defense. He's losing his good straight left right there from Errol. Errol get back to pumping that jab. Off his back.
Big shot again, Tszyu. Errol Spence. He's in there, but he isn't throwing as much in this round.
That's the problem when you go to the body. Eventually, you remind your opponent he's also got to go to the body. Just because you felt the right shots. And Tszyu has remembered to go to the body this round, and it's paid dividends for him.
Right. Much better round for Tszyu with a chopping right hand as well. Spence is jabbing now.
Tim not fortunate. Tim not, you know, yeah. I feel like he's got a few moments right there where he's really stacked. I mean, you know, listen to the corner.
All right. 2-2. Tim definitely got that round. I don't know if Errol is gassed already. He looked a little slow in that round. Both of these guys look slow at 160, which makes sense why they both should be fighting at 154. Errol definitely looks slower at 160 than he would at he definitely did at 147. Like, my brother is breathing hard. He's fighting for his life conditioning wise. Tim Tszyu looks heavy at 160. We never seen him look so slow. And so 160 is definitely whooping both of their asses right now. Right? 160 is definitely whooping both of their asses right now. And so it's safe to say that both of them should probably work hard to make the 154 limit next fight. But I would give Tim Tszyu that round. Errol is just looking kind of gassed right now. Let's see how he looks going into that fifth round. Because he let a lot of shots land that he didn't necessarily have to let land. So let's see how he looks.
I like Errol's energy right now. He's pumping the jab the way that Ronnie asked, and he's also stepping around the way that Ronnie asked.
Body shot from Spence. He's looked so good going to the body when he has. Tszyu brought it back to him in the previous rounds. He has made that investment as the American.
Errol taking a small step back, but it's almost like he's in no man's lane. He doesn't really know what to work off of.
Well, Errol was never a guy who fought going backwards. Yeah. Considering that he's not done a bad job fighting on the back foot, but he does look awkward, almost out of place at times when he's going backwards. Good combination there from Spence, though. And again, Tim is going back to not responding, even though he's, again, trying to apply that mental pressure.
Yeah, this is better pressure again from Spence. Tszyu strong in the previous round, but Spence is firing nicely in this. Body shot though from Tszyu.
We got an older Errol. We got an Errol that's been out of the ring for 3 years. The Errol that I knew, he would punch and keep punching. There was no smothering. There was no 1-2 and we're done. This kid used to punch and punch and punch.
The Errol, had legs.
That's it.
This one's legs ain't so sturdy under him. I mean, he's fighting a brave fight, and it's effective in those spots. I mean, this is a close fight. Yeah. But I also feel like Tszyu is also letting him live more than he should, and it could cost him, because Errol's still regardless. He's investing to the body. You don't know what kind of dividends that pays later on. Spence turned right-handed for a second, and then goes back to lefty and shoots a nice left hand.
Yeah, good left hand it was from Spence. Gets back investing to the body of Tszyu again.
I feel the exact same quality. I feel like Tszyu's almost allowing Errol to live. He's not firing quick enough.
Yeah. And Errol falls over that front foot a lot. Again, a testament to, I think, the legs not being there used to be. But Tim not making him pay with the uppercuts. He's getting a little too close to himself. He's smothering himself.
So the final 30 seconds of round 4.
All right, so we're in the final 30 seconds. I think we'll make it throughout the round. They keep saying that Tszyu is letting Errol live. I don't know if Tszyu is actually used to fighting at this weight rather than letting Errol live. Errol's putting a lot of pressure on Tszyu, putting his weight on Tszyu. So I don't know if it's a matter of Tszyu like letting Errol live versus Errol just putting the pressure on him. I do give Errol that round. I do have Errol 3-2 at this point. He's starting to land that left hand. And they keep saying, man, Tszyu's letting Errol live. I don't know if that's the case versus neither one of them are used to fighting at this weight. Like both of them look slow and sloppy at this weight. And so I think that's the case more than Tszyu letting Errol Spence live, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think in the chat, man. But round 6 is about to go. I got Errol 3-2 right now. Errol's starting to go more to the body. So let's get it.
Combinations in that round, but that was the best punch of the fight landed. Best punch of the round was landed by Tszyu. So close round that last round. Fennec again showing why he was brought on with the instructions there. You know, trying to get Tim to have that self-belief in his ability to pressure and be the man in the ring. Push him back, go for let your hands go. So he's trying to get this. Is what was missing from Tszyu is his self-belief.
Short right hand it was from Tszyu.
Ref letting Tim use that lead hand as a measuring stick. Some refs don't like it.
And the rule is your hands gotta be closed, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be closed and it has to be working. Usually, you know, if it's out there, it can't stay out there.
They struggle for position again here at center ring, both trying to find their punches over the top. Spence puts the body shots away for a moment. Now he goes back there.
No, another thing we see from Errol is there's no setup. It's just, it's
a body shot by Tszyu. Tszyu's having a better round again. They're trading rounds again.
It seems that way. Tszyu. Now he's being more active, but Spence, when he punches to the body, he looks so good. The right hand's thudded through from Spence to the body of Tszyu, who disguises that right hand and pulls it through as well. And there'll be a warning here on a low shot from Spence again.
But Spence hit on the feint of Tszyu, and then as he bit on it, he dipped as he bit on the feint. And while he was down there, he's like, all right, I'm just going to throw a shot. He was going to get to the body, but he went low. But he wound up that low because he bit on Tszyu's feint.
Mm-hmm. Shuffles away to Spence and he goes to the body. Tszyu on the inside.
Tim becoming a bully. Again, that lead hand, leading, forcing Errol to pull he wants to do.
Tszyu, he drove to the body a couple of times, then he drove to the head.
It becomes easier for Tszyu to be the boss when Spence stops jabbing, and Spence has stopped jabbing. And Tszyu not only coming forward, but again, adding the numbers, adding the punches the way Fennec wants to do behind that pressure. But Spence can offset that with his jab. But he's not jabbed that much, and again, that back foot coming off the ground as he falls over trying to throw the left hand.
And the crowd, they surge around Tszyu every time that he scores with anything. They did so again there as he drives into the body again with his right hand.
That's interesting, the way Errol was blocking that body shot. I mean, he's really, he's pulling his ass back. He's really trying to block that shot.
Yeah,
what is it about the body?
But he can also get more of an angle then if that's the case, so he doesn't have to be so awkward when he gets that. But again, you have to have the legs to change position like that. I don't know if Errol has this.
So they are trading rounds here in Sydney. Errol Spence and Tszyu. Here's some highlights
and we had a good round for both these guys. A little bit more back and forth. I felt like that round was controlled by Tim. He landed a beautiful right hand right there. I mean, that's a right hand that'll send your neck all the way back.
And next Tim's mom there.
Well, she can't watch. She can't even listen.
Yeah,
That's the point.
for mothers, it always got to be tough. Yeah. But
She
Tim,
didn't say she was never coming back, but here she is.
I mean, it's the biggest moment of Tim's career.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the difference in Tszyu when he puts the numbers behind the punches. He really troubles Spence around, and Spence stops jabbing under that kind of duress. Spence's decision making gets affected when he's under that kind of stress and under that kind of pressure.
We've seen the toing and throwing in terms of rounds. Is this another Spence round, do you think, Paul?
That was a Tszyu round. The one
No,
before
this one.
this one, I mean, we'll see. Because even the one before the last one, it was close. I mean, I thought Spence had better numbers, but Tszyu landed the best punch of that previous round. Last round, the one that just ended, it was all Tszyu. But let's see if Spence can get back on his jab, or if Tszyu's bringing that forward momentum there with the punches.
Yeah, well, there looks to be some forward progression for sure here. For Tszyu, he is boring shots now towards Errol Spence, who backs up there dramatically for a moment. And there's a counter right hand too from Tszyu. And suddenly Jeff Fennick is up and he is enjoying this a bit more.
Well, again, he wants this. This is where Tszyu has lacked a little bit in the last couple of fights. It's when he starts to take advantage of the fight and get the advantage. He doesn't pull the trigger to the next level. He doesn't go after another gear and force the fight. And that's, I think, what Fennick wants to see. He sees Tim taking control of the fight, but now he wants him to step on the gas a little bit.
So more defense here from Spence, who had invested so heavily in the body in the early stages of this fight. Now, just forced to cover up. Now he gets to work a little bit with Errol Spence.
I remember in the earlier fight, Tszyu took, gained the advantage. Instead of stepping on the gas, kind of started cruising. And Fennick, who was in the crowd, walked home. He's like, I'm leaving. So this fight, I want to see the same thing under his watch in the corner. That's why he's on his feet right now. As he senses Tszyu taking control of this fight, he wants him to add another gear to this pressure.
He wants to see uppercuts as well. He saw one right there, and he enjoyed it a lot. Did Jeff Fennick? The uppercut of Tszyu, he thinks that's the punch that can do the damage. The right hand over the top as well. And Spence is just waiting here for a moment. Now he hangs on it, just walks Tszyu backwards. There's a right hand again. Tszyu.
That's that right hook. That's probably been the best weapon for Tszyu at close range. Yeah. That right hook, which is a good weapon against a southpaw at close range. I'll tell you, on righty versus righty, I hate that right hook. But righty versus lefty, that right hook can be a good weapon.
It's a much cleaner shot to land, yeah.
Body shot from Spence.
What I find impressive is that, again, while being in front of Errol, he's not giving Errol a whole lot. As a fighter, with a high work rate, when I wasn't able to hit flesh, it did something to my mind. Seeing Spence now be more retreat, he's retreating more than he's
They found him there to do the right hands. Spence comes straight back, but Tszyu, he's just walking forward now.
Tszyu smells blood, guys.
Now, a good wrinkle for Errol because he's stepping around, but do you know how to work off of that?
That's the thing. The rest he's not doing because he was backing up well early in the fight. He was backing up with the jab. His jab is not as consistent because he's not even backing up so much as he's in front now. There's a difference. Right. Backing up on the front where you're not even fighting on the back foot.
Tszyu 4-3. Tszyu 4-3 right now. Tszyu 4-3. Errol's being a little hesitant. Seems like he's running out of gas a little bit. Tszyu 4-3 right now. And make sure you wipe your feet at the door. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. Those later couple of rounds, man, we might bless the game. I ain't gonna lie. We might bless the game. We might bless the game those later rounds, man. So stick around. StreamYard is in the chat. So even if we get booted off Instagram, man, the StreamYard is still in the chat. We're going to bless the StreamYard. I can tell you that. But, yeah. Those championship rounds, if we make it to the championship rounds, I do have Tszyu 4-3.
Did I come back for the right reasons? Did I come back for a good reason? What am I doing here? And Tim wants to make him keep asking himself those questions.
And he didn't let Errol get out of his corner.
Yeah, he's right across there, and what he said afterwards was about defense, and he said, don't go mad out there.
Yeah.
And there is a shot from Spence over the top with his left hand. And he goes again. He sits down on a couple of those, does Errol Spence. And again.
And a good left hook shot from the small stance. That's the opposite of Tszyu right hook. Right. From the opposite stance is the Spence left hook. It's a good shot because it works on the opposite stance, that hook with the back hand.
Three of those to start this round at Errol Spence as Tszyu goes into the body.
And Spence is trying to make a statement here by trying to hold his ground. Let's see if he's able to, or if Tszyu goes back. Pushing him back.
That's a number of warnings if he goes again, and the conversation's ongoing between Spence and the referee, Will Sulos, as Tszyu just chases him. They slam into the ropes.
Come on, Sean, that was just sweat. That's when it's blood that it starts to get bad.
Chopping shot, the little hook from Tszyu. Spence tries to work to the body. And he's clear now again. But it is Spence who works hard off the left hand. Tszyu with a right hand, and again, he goes to the body to Tszyu. Spence fires back.
Gutsy round from Spence. I don't know if he's winning it, but he's making a much bigger effort to hold his ground. He's really trying to send a message to Spence like, I'm not going anywhere, I'm here. I don't know if he's going to win the round. It's still up in the air for me, but at least mentally Spence is making a decision here. It's not easy for an older guy.
And this is why this is a good fight, because on the other side of that, you got good, intelligent pressure coming from Tszyu. You know, he's keeping his body on Errol. Errol's trying to move and turn, and he's just keeping his body on. Eventually, it has to become more punches. Yeah. But at this point in time,
when it is punches, it's great rounds for Tim. Sometimes Tim just takes away his own space, or is it Errol taking away the space from Tim? Regardless, though, when Tim adds the punches to the pressure, he has some very good rounds.
I think I'm leg up there. From Spence, he just ripped in with his left hand to the body. Spence has had success with his own left hand. He evades for a moment, and he continues to do so. It was a good punch.
When you fought, you know, you think you go cheap range to try to make like you're not hurt, but Spence is backing up without fighting. He's not be recovering from that body shot.
The bottom line for Errol is he doesn't bring a lot of variety to the game, right? So when you see him doing things that aren't in his nature, it's more than likely because he's hurt. It's more likely because he needs that space to breathe.
So they head to the stools again. This one at a very important stage. 8 rounds down.
I got it 4-4. I think Errol did enough to get that round. He's tired. He's pressing, but I thought he did get enough to get that round. Tszyu missed a lot of shots that round. Forget what the crowd reacts to. I thought Tszyu missed a lot of shots that round. I gave Errol that round. It's a tight fight, 4-4. We head into the championship rounds, man. Again, make sure you wipe your feet at the door. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You heard me? In the chat, if you got an opinion, let me know who you got up in this fight. I got it 4-4 right now.
Great question. 1, 2, 3.
I'll let you count them. As these two get back into the battle, Tszyu and Spence.
I think the last round, the question is, are you going to give Spence a sympathy round? He had a better round than he had the last couple rounds, but I'm still not sure he won it. But I can appreciate his effort. I don't think he won the round.
I got 5-3 Spence. I'm sorry, 5-3 Tszyu.
Okay, so 5 rounds to 3 to Tszyu, according to Sean Porter. And jabbing now is Spence and chasing.
Spence a lot of times falls over and not when Tszyu spins again.
Yeah, I found
him of the legs
in that position a lot of times in this fight. And Tszyu did find him once with the right hand, but he's chased every other time.
Yeah. It's a good overhand left, and Errol was able to find it.
Yeah, he found it in the previous round a few times.
When you're fresh and when you're older guy, you're fresh and you decide to take a fight. You know, you're fresh, you're not tired, you don't feel the discomfort. It's this part of the fight now where you say, did I really want to come back or not? It's Spence's decision making in this part of the fight, in these last rounds. that will decide how badly you want him to come back. It's not easy. I mean, he's fought bravely, but it's not easy to be an older guy in this position with a younger guy stalking you like this, a physically bigger guy stalking you like this. It's where you start to say, okay, you know, how badly did I really want to come back? And sometimes you start to say, no, maybe I don't want to come back as badly as I wanted to.
That movement is what Errol needs, but you can see, I mean, he shuffled his feet, he stuttered his feet. It's what he needs, but it's not something that he, you know, teaching the old dog new tricks. That to me will be a new trick for him.
Well, both of you guys did predict a stoppage around this time yesterday. Is it still that way that you think it's headed, or are we going the length here?
Yeah, I thought this fight was going to be over 3 rounds. I mean, in the third round, coming in there, I just thought it was going to be you get me or I'm going to get you. But both these guys have exemplified better defense and more punch resistance like that than I think anybody expected.
Yeah, it looked that way, a shootout early on, but it's sort of got into this position now. And Tszyu scores with a couple of strong right hands there. And he drives out to the body. He's looked good doing so as well. His right hand long to the body of Spence has been an important punch.
Spence going the wrong way, you guys. Circling the other way. At close range, now he's going in the fourth way.
It's a good feint. But again, not something that he doesn't do that. He doesn't feint.
One hand again from Tszyu.
Nice little throwaway shot, and then he threw the right hand.
Spence hasn't thrown a punch in about 30 seconds. I don't know if he's recovering from something, or is he just exhausted, but he is not.
Nice punches from Tszyu. Right hands at plenty. There in round 9, Tszyu had some strong moments to end the round with his powerful right hand.
Spence didn't throw a punch the last 30, 40 seconds of the round.
Just say we're done with the end of the round. You're throwing hands, brother. You position you all the time. You've got to throw it. When you're not throwing, that's why it's in you, Timmy. Free first. The reason what you're doing is don't have a great defense with three. Hands up. He's trying to be on the left hand over. Three.
See, one good hook deserves another. Spence used the left hook inside, and Tszyu comes right back with his right hook. Talks about the backhand hooks. Like straight right hand down the middle. The shot you want to use on a southpaw.
And that's what Fenny wants. More of those right hands from Tszyu. And there was a noticeable dip in activity from Errol Spence in round 9. Let's see what he has for us in 10. Oh, there's that right drive to the body. Can Spence get back to the body where he had so much success?
I feel like if anything, Tim might feel like he has him where he wants him. I think we're going to get more offense. Good body shot coming from Tim.
Swings to the body. Tszyu over the top with the right hand. And again. And he drives to the body of Spence. Finding left hands too. Spence just trying to duck underneath these shots.
Not returning any fire, guys.
And Tim not allowing Errol to get as close as he had been before.
Less active is Errol and more movement from Errol.
Can't find him there, Tszyu. Now he goes to the left hand of Spence.
Good cross there from Spence.
He's still there. There's Errol Spence, and he's got that strong left hand. He invested to the body as well. So what happens the further we go here? Gee, Tszyu has stepped it up the past couple of rounds.
Oh, good body shot from Spence again. And from Tszyu.
There he is to the body, Spence. Body for Tszyu.
And you see what he is. Spence is throwing shots, not to take the initiative, but to take a break. He's looking to land the shot and take a break. And I think Tszyu was like a shot there from Spence. But Spence has to do more of this. He got to try to follow up when he lands a shot.
And the other side of that, Paulie, is Tim is allowing Errol to dictate the pace. He can't allow Errol to dictate the pace. He's got to stay on the front foot and keep punching.
Jamming to the body, then finding his right hands. Here's Tszyu, here's Spence. He's been much more active the last 30 seconds or so. No judge, but can't find Tszyu.
Spence is not even to be active or full round anymore, guys. He's more of this now. It's more bouncing away from Tszyu and trying to get off there. Tszyu with another sharp right hand there.
30 seconds left in round 10 of this 12-rounder.
Tszyu with a jab, a rare jab from Tszyu, right? Tszyu, for me, doesn't jab as much as he could and should. Especially right now with the lead hand of Spence Diamond. He's tired. This is a good chance for the right-hander to use that jab effectively.
Give it time, y'all. Give it time. W's in the chat. Hold on. Here we go. All right. Earl don't really got no power. These shots don't look like they're doing much. They don't. They don't. Shots don't look like they're doing that much. As soon as I can get this uploaded, we Gucci. Man, y'all bootleg. I just seen 20 people jump. Man, y'all bootleg must have jumped in on y'all too. Hold on. All right, let's see. See if we can get this back in order. Chat, man. What's going on, chat? I'm missing a whole round. Now we're about to really feed the streets. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Hold on. He ain't take care of it for you. Oh, he ain't take care of it for you. Hold on. Peace to everybody that's still here. Kicking and screaming. Hold on.
And the China 2 champions who look very content with their work here tonight.
I hate to word it this way, but it is the proper terminology only because again, Spencer so tough in round 11, but he gave round 12 away. He gave round 12 away. He didn't fight round 12 at all. But again, it's not the same as 25-year-old giving round 12 away. He fought so hard in round 11 that it's very demanding to go out in round 12 and do the same thing at that age after a physically demanding fight. Not making excuses for Spence, but it feels like we're talking too hard. He gave the round 12, he gave the round away in round 12. It may cost him the fight. Again, this is an older Spence.
And he hit a wall. I think he hit that wall, and even earlier was really willing to push through the round. That 12th round was just not it. You know, a round that he moved, and essentially the entire round.
And on the other side, Tszyu didn't really throw a lot of punches the first half of round 12, but he took the round home in round 12, controlled it, and lost it in the second half. And for me, won himself the fight with that round 12.
One thing I find a little frustrating, we had a moment really early in this fight where Tszyu trails Errol. He catches him with a nice little uppercut, and it shakes Errol up. I talked about this earlier. When you talk about making the fighter feel old, when you talking about making the fighter feel those 3 years, those moments you gotta create more moments like that, you know. And I find that frustrating that Tim didn't go for it a little bit more.
Well, you know, we also have to keep in mind, we're talking about Errol being older and whatnot. Tim is not quite as old, but he's been through the ringer as well as far as the tougher fights in his career and some of the tough losses in his career as well. So these are both guys sort of being rehabilitated against one another so that the winner can move to big fights, and because they still have such big names. I wouldn't say either of them looked their best tonight, but it was a good little entertaining scrap.
There was that 12-round scene in Sydney. Tszyu and Errol Spence And it is time now to find what the judges have made of this one. And we can head to Jimmy Leonard Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, the judges are in agreement. We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Adam Height, scores the action 118 to 110. Judges Carlos Costa and Joanna Schwalger both scored about 117 to 111. All three in favor of the winner, the Phoenix Tszyu.
I'd say this was one hell of a show. And kudos to the boys on No Limit, kudos to my team, my sponsors and everyone, man. I thought the Tony Harrison win was good, but let's go party!
So many big moments for you as a professional boxer, but is this, against a legend like that, is this the best of it?
Yeah, 100%. You know, like, there was nights where actually, you know, I had sleepless nights thinking about, man, am I in my depths? What am I going to feel like facing a legend like that, you know? But man, it was one hell of a show, and I understand why he's one of the greats.
You had to dig deep in this fight. He made an investment in your body early on, but where did you go to continue to surge and to get to where you got at the end?
You know what? It was advice from Jeff Fennick. Get in there. You know, the two greats I'm trying to replicate is Tszyu and Jeff Fennick. You know, if I can get half as good as them, then I'll be living as a great man.
You've just done something very, very special. What happens in your professional boxing career from here?
Hey, talk to the boys, man. But I'd love to fight for a world title, man. Who's there? Lara. Yeah, guys like that. You know, like that's where I'm aiming for. You know, I want to win a world title, but I got to say, beating a great like Errol Spence tops any world title off for me.
Just finally, a word to all of these people here and all of those who are watching. A special day for you, but a special day for boxing.
Sydney, Australia, the Tszyu legacy is continuing. And I wish I could stick it up to a lot of people and say, I told you so, but yeah, I told you so. Laters.
And now, if we could, a word with the legendary Errol Spence. Errol, congratulations on your performance here today. Tell us how you saw this fight. What happened out here today?
It was a good fight. Congratulations to Tim, Jeff Fennick. Shout out to everybody who came out, man. It's been a great event. Everybody treated me well. No Limit Promotion treated my family and myself real good too. I appreciate everybody for coming out. It was a good show by Tim. I answered a lot of questions for myself. Now it's time to go home with my family and, start a new life.
So, is this the end of the road for what has been a glorious professional career?
I think, yeah, for sure, man. I got my faculties intact. You know what I'm saying? My money is good and working for itself. So, everything's good, man. I got a beautiful family. And I thank God that I'm gracious enough to be this sport with my faculties intact and my family still by my side. And, everything's gonna go well down the end.
Well, Errol, congratulations on a magnificent career. It has been an honour to have you here in Sydney, Australia this week.
I appreciate everybody for coming out. I appreciate everybody for showing me major love. I appreciate Tim and his team. They've been very great. No Limit has been very great too. And I thank you all. It's been a great journey for myself. But it's time to be home with my family and, and live that family life.
Let's hear it for these two fighters, ladies and gentlemen. Errol Spence and Australia's Tszyu.
Well, Tszyu Beauty, the phoenix rises from the ashes, and this was the place where Tszyu had his coronation against Tony Harrison. Well, now he's got the resurrection.
All right, man. All right. I'm an Errol Spence fan, man. I'm an Errol Spence fan. I am an Errol Spence fan. I want to preface this by saying I am an Errol Spence fan. Errol, take your ass to retirement. Take your ass to retirement, man. 3 years off. 3 years off. 36 years old. We gotta understand, like 36 years old. It's a very, very older age for boxing. 36 years old. Take your ass to retirement, bro. I did not realize that Tszyu was 5 years younger than Errol Spence. And he showed it tonight. I thought Errol fought a tight fight through 9 rounds. I had Tszyu 5-4, and then he just started to close the distance. Errol does not want to play this game anymore. And it's quite simple. Errol does not, he don't want to fight anymore. We should have seen it when this fight was supposed to be scheduled at 154, then they moved it up to 158, then he came and requested it to be at 160. We should have seen it with some of the training camp videos that we were able to watch. Errol Spence is done. And he just confirmed it in the ring. He said he wants to go be a family man. This was a side quest for Errol Spence. He said his money's good, his family's good, he's good. The question is, are we okay with some of our favorite fighters pulling up for money grabs? I think that's the question. This pay-per-view costs $80. I want y'all to understand that. This pay-per-view costs $80. 80 American dollars. I don't know where you're at in the world. This pay-per-view costs $80. No title on the line. You got one guy coming off of 3 years of layoff. You got another guy coming off of one good victory, but 2 ass whoopings by Fedora. This pay-per-view costs $80. $80. Him versus Bud costed $20 more than this right now. Him versus Bud costs about $100. This pay-per-view costs $80. And you mean to tell me most of the American public spent $80 American dollars when gas prices is up damn near 75 cents all across America? Niggas out here spending $80 to watch this dude go in here just to realize that he's done. That he don't want no more. He don't want no more of the boxing life. Errol, you could have stayed retired, brother. I'm not going to hold you. Errol, you could have stayed retired. $80. 80 American dollars that people spent, some people, not saying me, not saying me, $80 for what? 80 American dollars that some people spent to watch a 3-year comeback for that performance. And just for you at the end to say, hey, yeah, I'm done. Stop playing with the American people's money. Stop playing with the American people's money. $80. 80 USD. I don't know what the currency looks like in Australia. I know the pound is cheaper than American dollars. I know yen is cheaper than American dollars. But in America, 80 American dollars that people spent, but it's pay-per-view. For you to say at the end, yeah, I'm just, it's time for me to be a family man, man. It is. Why would y'all charge us $80 for this man to come up there and say, well, we already kind of knew, which is, it's over with. $80. Somebody got to get on the horn with me with this. $80. And you wonder why the people bootleg. You wonder why the people invest in Fire Stick apps. You wonder why the people don't want to pay $80. You wonder why. $80 American dollars to watch that. Nasty work. Absolutely nasty work. The washed war. Like my brother Dale said, the washed war. That's all that was. Two washed up ass fighters fighting on a card that wasn't even a full card because Charlo didn't fight. Cool Boy Steph didn't fight. So we missed 2 fights. We got a shortened card. We got a bogus co-main. And then we got that bogus ass main event. $80. The StreamYard is in the link, man. Come up here and rap with your boy. $80 for that? Nah, man. Errol, go ahead and retire, baby. It's over. It's over. $80 for that? No Cool Boy, no Jamar Charlo, and a lackluster ass main event. $80 for that. StreamYard is in the link, man. Tap in if you feel, please. What happened, brother? Nothing happened. The washed war. It was a war between 2 washed up ass fighters. That's what happened. And people spent $80 for that. Tszyu wins by unanimous decision, which he should have. He definitely won the fight. Errol didn't. Errol looked sharp those first 6-7 rounds. He looked decent, and then he just tailored off that second half of the fight. Looked like he had no more fight left in him. They both look sloppy and dusty at 160. Hopefully Tszyu goes back to 154. He doesn't look good at 160. They both look slow, lethargic, no power. And $80 spent. That's how much the Zone was charging for this pay-per-view. That's how much Prime was charging for this pay-per-view. $80. As if people as if people just got it. That's nasty. $80, bro. You know what I can get for $80? A pair of Stan Smiths. A nice pair of Pumas. $80? You know what I can get for $80? I can get LaMelo's jersey from Charlotte for $80. I can get LeBron's jersey from the Lakers for $80. That's what I can get for $80. You spend $80 on these pay-per-views. Shout out to Zuffa. Shout out to the UFC and their partnership with Paramount Plus. $13 a month is going to get you the best main events possible. $80. No, you didn't miss a hot damn thing. The Zone charged $80 for Spence versus Tszyu, and then they charged another $60 for AJ and the nigga he was fighting earlier, which only lasted 2 rounds. The Zone gonna stop playing with us, and they wonder why the bootleggers be bootlegging. $80. The highlights ain't worth shit. The highlights ain't worth shit. Wasn't nobody close to being knocked out. Wasn't nobody close to being hurt. Wasn't nobody close to the wash war. Like my man Dylan Anderson would say, the wash war. This was a fight between 2 washed up dudes. And they charged $80. No Cool Boy Steph. No Jamar Charlo. They missed 2 of the fights. The co-main was supposed to be Jamar Charlo, and then he was fighting. That got canceled. And then Cool Boy Steph coming 10 pounds overweight. And that was supposed to be your next co-main. Neither of those fights happened. People paid $80 to watch a bunch of dudes that they didn't want to watch on the undercard. And then they paid $80 to watch Spence and Tszyu do that. A wash war. It makes no sense that Tszyu looks washed at 31 years old. Errol look washed at 36. All right, cool. Whatever. $80. We bootlegging for the rest of 2026, man. We bootlegging for the rest of 2026. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. It is what it is, man. We bootlegging for the rest of 2026, man. $80. Nasty. Do you know what I can do with $80? Me and my wife are going to go buy groceries tomorrow. Guess what that's going to cost us? Over $80. Come on, man. Click the stream. Somebody got to get in the round with me on this. $80 for this. For this trash card, for a trash main event. And it is what it is, man. It was trash events all day. This event was trash. The AJ event was trash. And that event that they tried to pass with Tyson Fury in the middle of the night was trash. Trash, trash, trash. I put $80 on the fact that the Zuffa event on Paramount Plus is going to be better than an event tonight. Put $80 $80 up on it. That Berlanga and whoever he fighting tomorrow night is gonna be better than the shit that we seen tonight. $80 for the Wash War? We streamed the audio for the night, man. If you love us, if you appreciate us, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Because we're going to be doing more fight parties. I hate that this was the first fight party that we actually put on as Uncredible Sources, as Reach Over Culture. Errol's one of my favorite fighters. But damn it. I could have saved this for a bigger fight. So God bless y'all, man. I got to get up, go to church, praise the Lord in the morning, pray that he wash my sins for my language used tonight. But $80 is what people spent tonight for that fight. When people are going hungry, people going hungry. God bless y'all, man. Right. Damon J for life. Appreciate you, brother. Just hit the subscribe button, man. Go check out the videos. I'm not even doing a recap of this fight. I ain't gonna lie. This is the recap. This is it. Like, I'm not going and recording a separate recap for this fight. This is the recap. EJ retiring. It is what it is. He got money out of our ass. It is what it is. No diddy. Like, it's over with. AJ versus Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. That's gonna be an ass fight. Like, that's gonna be a wash war. These fighters are wash, man. These fighters are washed. They done full. It's over with. Like $80, bro. $80. I'm not saying I paid 80. I'm not saying I paid 80. But I damn sure didn't mean to waste people time either. It's 12:32 at night, bro. I could be doing better things in the middle of the night than recapping this bogus ass fight, bro. This fight is bogus. Man, how y'all feel about LeBron going to Philly? How about that? How y'all feel about LeBron going to Philly? Y'all want to talk about Brian going to Philly? How y'all feel about Brian going to Philly, man? Well, I got y'all here. Hit the comments, man. Get in the stream, y'all, if y'all still here. How y'all feel about Brian going to Philly? Because this fight wasn't worth 2 dead flies. How y'all feel about Brian going to Philly, man? How y'all feel about Brian going to Philly? Because this fight wasn't worth 2 dead flies, man. How y'all feel about Brian going to Philly? Y'all right. I ain't got it, man. I ain't got it. $80, bro, for this. Peace to everybody, man. Uncredible Sources, Reach Over Culture, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button, man. $80 for this, brother. Brian going to Philly was way more interesting than this. No cap. Brian going to Philly was way more interesting than this. Let's keep it a buck. Brian going to Philly was way more interesting than what we just watched, bro. Brian going to Philly was Brian going to Philly was way more interesting than what we just watched, man. I don't even know what to say. $80, bro. $80. $80, man. I'm gonna give a couple more people, man, a chance to hit the stream, y'all, man. Talk about the fight. If you did get an opportunity to watch the fight, man, hit the stream, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna add the joint one more time, man. If you had an opportunity to watch the fight, man, hit the stream, y'all. Let me know what you thinking. Let me know how you feeling. Hopefully you didn't pay $80 to watch this bull job, bro. It's like I knew. I mean, I had a feeling that Errol wasn't gonna look sharp, that he wasn't gonna look that great. But damn, bro, $80. And when they said they put this on pay-per-view, I said, man, pay-per-view, I understand it, but $80 for the pay-per-view? What is that? What is 80? Come on, man. $80 for a pay-per-view ain't a title on the line. These guys are looking washed up. Both of these guys done got their ass whooped in their most recent fights. Like, come on, man. Why would we pay $80? Right? I did not pay $80. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I did not pay $80 for the Wash War. I did not pay $80 for the Wash War, but damn. I'm gonna give a couple of more minutes for anybody that want to get on the stream, man, and talk with your boy. But I imagine a lot of y'all didn't pay for the fight either. A lot of y'all ain't pay for that shit either. I ain't pay. I feel bad for the people that paid $80. Tszyu won. Tszyu won by unanimous decision. And the cards were crazy. One was like 117, one was like 118, 111. It was nasty, but yeah, Tszyu won. Tszyu ended up winning. And he did win. He did win the fight. Errol lost steam in that second half of the fight. And yeah, Tszyu won. They both look washed as hell, though. But, Tszyu won. They both looked washed as hell. And Errol is pretty much confirmed that he's retired. And I don't want to say this was a money grab, but my damn. Yeah, he recovered from the crash for sure, but he came back and he fought Ugas after the crash. The real crash that he had to recover from was that Bud ass whooping. That's the real crash he had to recover from. Because he beat Ugas after the crash. So the real crash that he had to recover from was that Bud ass whooping. And that's what we were wondering. That's what we were wondering how he was going to recover from. 36 is older for a boxer's age. You don't see a lot of boxers 36 and up look great. So, you wondering like, how does he look after the Bud fight? Because the car crash again happened with the Ugas fight. He fought Ugas and then he turned around and fought Bud. So, he's like, I'm not taking tune-ups in the third. He showed no interest in really wanting to fight over the last 3 years. Fair enough, man. But it showed tonight that Errol ain't trying to fight anymore, man. So for Errol to say, like, yeah, I'm just going to focus on being a family man is in the third. I respect it, man. Errol, he not worried about fighting anymore, bro. I think that Bud fight took something away from him. I think that Bud fight took something out of his heart, man. And I saw the interview about him and Derrick James, and Derrick James, he says Derrick James wasn't really focused on training him. Derrick James said, hey, like your dad had all these contentions about. It's over, man. Again, Errol Spence is 36 years of age. It's over. It's over, man. So, all right, man. It's getting to that time. I'm getting older, bro. I can't be up all night, man. If anybody want to hit the stream, y'all link, man, please. It's final call for alcohol. Because it might be a wrap after this, after the last few minutes, man. But Errol didn't look good, man. Hey, hell, how can we expect him to? Truthfully. At 36 years of age, he didn't look motivated. He didn't look like he really wanted to do this, man. So, it is what it is. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm out, man. Peace and blessings. Right. One.